What if your mind could heal your body without any real medicine? Imagine taking a sugar pill and your pain disappears, or undergoing a fake surgery and your symptoms improve. No drugs, no chemicals, no real treatment, and yet your body responds as if it were cured. This isn't fiction. This is the placebo effect, a phenomenon so powerful it's challenging everything we thought we knew about healing. A placebo is a treatment with no active ingredient, no medicine. But when someone believes it works, their brain and body often react as if it does. And sometimes that reaction is shockingly effective. It all starts with belief. When you believe you're being treated, your brain can release real substances. Endorphins to reduce pain, dopamine to improve mood, and even immune signals that fight disease. Doctors used to think it was just in your head. Now, brain scans tell a different story. When a person takes a placebo for pain, their brain lights up in the same areas as it does when they take morphine. The body doesn't know the drug is fake. It only knows what the brain believes. One of the most famous stories comes from World War II. A doctor named Henry Beecher ran out of morphine while treating wounded soldiers. Desperate, he injected one man with salt water, telling him it was pain relief. Amazingly, the soldier calmed down. His pain decreased. He was stable enough for surgery. This moment led to a revolution in medicine. Today, placebos are used in nearly every clinical trial, not just to test real drugs, but to understand just how much healing comes from the mind. The effect shows up in every area of health: depression, anxiety, Parkinson's disease, asthma, migraines, and even surgery. Yes, surgery. In a study, doctors performed real knee operations on one group. The other group got fake surgery, just an incision and stitches with no actual procedure. Months later, both groups reported the same level of pain relief. Think about that. People walked better, felt less pain, and lived more actively, all because they believed they'd been fixed. Even in Parkinson's disease, where dopamine-producing brain cells are damaged, placebos can cause real spikes in dopamine levels, improving movement and reducing tremors. So what's really happening? The brain is taking signals of expectation, hope, trust, confidence, and turning them into chemistry. It's not just about tricking someone, it's about activating real biological responses. And it works the other way too. If you believe something will harm you, even if it's harmless, you might still feel sick. This is called the nocebo effect. In one study, people were told a new drug might cause headaches. The pill was just sugar. But many of them got headaches anyway because their brain expected pain. In another case, a man in a clinical trial took 29 placebo pills in an attempted overdose. His blood pressure dropped dangerously low. He nearly died. Only later did doctors discover he hadn't taken any real medicine. His belief nearly killed him. The nocebo effect is the dark mirror of the placebo. It shows us that the brain can not only heal, but also harm based on expectation. So the question becomes, does it only work if the person doesn't know it's fake? Here's the twist. In several studies, people were told up front, this is a placebo. It contains no real medicine, but placebos have been shown to help people like you. Even then, people improved. In one study on irritable bowel syndrome, patients who knowingly took placebos reported significant relief. Their pain dropped, their daily life improved. Why? Because the act of taking something with intention, care, and attention triggered the brain's healing systems. Even without deception, the setting matters. The doctor's words matter. The ritual of care, being seen, being heard, being treated, it all adds up. Your brain doesn't just respond to chemicals, it responds to meaning. And the placebo effect is all about meaning. It's about how we interpret what's happening to us. If a doctor looks you in the eye and says, this will help you, your brain prepares for healing. If the pill is shiny or expensive looking or comes in a high-tech box, you're more likely to feel better. Even the color of the pill can change its effect. Blue placebos are better at calming. Red ones work better for stimulation. We think we're rational creatures, but our biology listens to belief, not logic. And that belief goes deep. Placebo effects can even show up in animals. In studies with rats, if they're trained to expect relief from a treatment, they can show improved health, even when given a placebo. That means the effect isn't just about lying to yourself. It's about conditioning, trust, and memory. So what can we learn from this? First, never underestimate the power of the mind in healing. This doesn't mean you should ignore real medicine. It means your mindset, your expectations, and your environment all play a powerful role in how well treatments work. Second, ritual matters. Taking a vitamin every morning, lighting a candle, meditating, or praying, these things might not be chemically active, but they activate a sense of intention. That alone can change brain chemistry. Third, connection heals. When a doctor listens, when a friend comforts, when you feel seen and cared for, your brain translates that into safety, and that safety allows healing. This is why hope is not just emotional, it's biological. Hope creates a future in the mind, and when the mind sees a future, the body moves toward it. Placebo research isn't about faking people out, it's about understanding how belief changes biology. We've spent decades looking for stronger pills, sharper surgeries, better machines. But maybe one of the strongest tools we've had was inside us all along. The power to heal begins with the power to believe. Not blindly, not foolishly, but intentionally, with courage, trust, and a willingness to be open to change. Science is beginning to recognize that healing is not just a mechanical process. It's also emotional, relational, and deeply psychological. We are not machines, we are meaning-making creatures. And when we believe we are getting better, often we do. Not always, not perfectly, but enough to matter. The placebo effect doesn't mean the illness was fake. It means the healing was real, even without the medicine, even without the surgery, even without the cure. That's not weakness, that's the strength of the human mind. And maybe, just maybe, the future of medicine lies not just in what we take, but in